Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video, and as you can see by the title, it's 3615 straight strat. And you're probably wondering, where is the trader strat? But unless I copy my friend KPS, there's legit no strat I can post, because right now it's just kind of locked with the team wise, the team selection of course. So just waiting on that Sukuna Familiar, which should drop was it like, what day is it now? It's Monday, so on Thursday, which is the tournament night, I mean the final day of the tournament, the final 24 hours, we should have the Familiar. So let's just talk about familiars. Let's just run through the familiars of each of these units. So you want a Bourbon Kaguya, as you can see over there. You got this Bourbon Kaguya. Nature damage, good damage overall, pretty decent. And then here, the best Burb you want on your SK, the King. As you can see, 20% damage, 27% damage, 32% crit damage, 10% crit chance, and 23% range. Kind of crazy. Then of course you want the Fu on your best Fu on, what's his name? The Smith, because the Smith is kind of bugged out right now, and when you just apply the Silver Sword, he applies like 40% damage buff, or even on base, you'll see, I use it at the start for wave skipping. 5 iron ores, or 5 ores for a 40% buff. It's kind of crazy, so that's him for him. That's what you're using for him. Then Roger on your the witch. Remember, this is the witch. I'm just have the skin on this account. The skin is on the account, so it's just you want the witch, of course. This is the Roger familiar. Then you got the AV familiar for your category. And the last familiar, you have your Black Spirit for your Sid. And you're probably thinking, oh, I don't go 100%. If you have like a 98%, you see here 98%. And that's like, you want blast damage, of course, for extra damage. 98% works because Sid fills his meter by 13% now. I think 13.3 recurring. I'm not sure, but it's 13%. So you don't need 100% anymore. So that's pretty much it for the familiars. So is there anything else to say? No, there isn't. So, good luck with your things, your runs, of course, and make sure you get your Sukuna familiar. Don't forget it, because on Thursday you will need it for your trailers. For traits, I don't see what else you can replace in this, but for trailers you definitely need Sukuna. So good luck, and I hope you guys can do well. Yo guys, as you can see, we placed Smith early game, and his buff is broken with the familiar, as I said before, and it's kind of stupid. So let's watch this. So of course, as I said in the intro, you want a good burb on your SK, and this is to wave skip, of course, and you'll see he has like 5 hits on, like 3 or 4 hits, I don't know. Yeah, 3 hits. So removing the shields, and then look here, you want to one-shot these enemies, and you need a crit for that, so good luck with that. And then look, apply the thing. You saw 5 ores for 40% damage. Yeah, well, that's nuts. It's so stupid. And pretty much you just keep on using 5 ores for your units, and it's just a 40% buff outright like that. It's so stupid. 40% buff just for that cheap. My wave skips were a bit mid, I think. I think the wave 3 wave skip was a bit mid, so don't really have timings for it. But try enter the wave 5 at the same time as me, so you'll see. Look at the top timer. Set this Sid here to last, you'll see. I don't do it here, but it should be last. See, I barely missed it, that wave skip. But you should enter wave 5 around 1843. Let me see if you've got any questions on the last videos that I need to answer. This strat is not too hard to follow. I'll be like more focused towards the later game. Let's see, the last traits video. What did you guys say? Okay. Okay, yeah, no more rumbling strats. Huge day for the unemployed. Yes, 100%. Rumbling strats was so... They're just a pain, but it could be back next tournament. It just depends on what the buff is. If it's a cosmic buff, we are all fried. And let's see, what else next? Sad day for a non-SK Monarch user. Yes. Even on my account, I don't have SK Monarch, so I'm kind of screwed. So I'm not sure what to do. I might make a no SK strat, so no Monarch SK strat, so be on the lookout for that. I got top 1 trailers last tournament thanks to Ichigo strat, and now I got Tachyon and a title. Thanks a lot. No, appreciate that. See, 6-7. Okay, bro. Skull Knight is such a good unit, and he most likely never fall off. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. Energy train tournaments are legit his realm. He gets a 1.7 multiplier just from energy drain. It's kind of crazy. Then what else is there? Another 6-7 comment. I'm the guy who said that he would hit the voice cracks. Lol. Let's hope I don't hit any voice cracks this video. The two dancing motivates me. Now I just edit them in after, but I'm seeing you guys flipping calling them goon corners, so I probably won't add it to this video. Even though it's legit no intention behind it. So yeah. I hear you, and as soon as you can get your sit up to full AoE, you'll see. You should get 16k. Yeah, place him. Swap. Make sure you turn auto off. Turn auto from off to on, and then upgrade your smith because you want to be getting that SPA reduction in just for more swaps. So just get to 10k and then you quickly apply the swap. And look, he's got a good amount of damage and he's swapping fast as well. And then the rest should be pretty self-explanatory. You just upgrade your SK. My marksman SK will be carrying. Yeah, man, sure. Salvation said, don't worry, the AOT team will be back next week. No way, bro. We're not getting that. I only have Solar Skull Knight. I'm cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. A shiny Alucard in the last video. Yeah, that's nice. And then people saying, how do people get 2 AV familiars? You just need to get... There was an old bug where people managed to get 2 because they just lucked out. Like the thingies broke. The mailbox broke at one point. Do you think it's worth getting Monarch on Skull Knight? I've got the rerolls for it, just not sure how long he will be meta for a tournament with the recent power creep. Honestly, that's a hard question to answer. I'd say wait until 8.5 and then make your choice, your decision. But even the power creep's been crazy, to be honest. And 8.5 and 9.0 would just be even crazier because I'm sure on the anniversary those go crazy with some of the units. Even Dio over heaven, they might go crazy with him. So I'd say wait out, just save your rerolls for now and only spend on units you of course you properly like or you just think will last out for a while. Man, I have everyone besides Monarch Skull Knight. Yep, it's just how it is. Can you replace Monarch SK? Not really. Who can I replace Cargill with? Oh, that was for the last video. But if you don't have Cargill for this one, you could probably bring Griffith because he applies a 40% buff to all allies, so it will be quite decent. So you can bring Griffith. Why don't you try and worldline LB? Just okay, that's number one. But why don't you try worldline LB? I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem worth the time. You put in like 30 plus hours just for 30 rerolls. But even if you don't get top 1, it's like, I mean top 12, it's like 15 rerolls. And a unit, it's not really that crazy, man. 30 hours of my time is not worth that. Yo, what do I do if I don't got Monarch Skull, but I got Monarch Delta and no Alu? That is, I mean, you can probably just follow this team, I guess. Just Monarch SK is pretty much needed. So if you ain't got him, it's kind of wraps. Would someone be able to use GG for this tournament? Yeah, if you have GG Wood Monarch, then he's pretty decent for this, I guess. Because his DPS Wood Monarch is good. But without it, it's not really that good. Why is my Skull Knight only getting 1.7 damage? That's how much he's meant to get. But you'll see in this video he has more because the Smith's buff is kind of crazy. And it's bugged. Do a Monarch, no Monarch Skull Knight strat. I'll try. My friend is in your bracket. He's kind of cooked. That's sad. Damn. Who's better to try to get Monarch on this for? Sid or Skull Knight? If you're looking to Monarch someone just for this tournament, I'd say Skull Knight because overall you can't really get too high without him. You probably won't even survive that long without him. What if you replace the word SK with Guts? Yeah, it won't be that good. I have every unit except the optimal trait. Can I still do it? Not really, because the optimal traits are there for a reason. Yeah, look at that damage multiplier with SK 2.1 and he's doing 1.08 million, which is kind of crazy. What's next? Can I replace Skeleton Knight? Skeleton Knight? What? Skeleton King? No, you said Skeleton King with an ethereal one. Nah, not really. Monarch Kaguya or Monarch Vanguard Sanjiru. Who do I roll on? Kaguya for sure. Can Lucy replace the witch? Yep. Let's see, how many reels you spent for Skull Knight? You spent 20. The person of the last video spent 20. Would Ethereal Sid work? I mean, it would work, but it won't be ideal because your damage on your nuke is not going to be as crazy. Go for Monarch Kaguya or Monarch Escanaut. I'd say Kaguya out of the two. Can I spell replace Skull Knight's on guards? Not really. Can you use Lance instead of Ali for the last strat? Yeah, I guess you can. Or if not, you just bring another support and get a Roja Familiar that cuts down regen permanently by a certain percent. Great strat and all, but what is the reason for the Guna gifts, bro? I told you it's not Guna gifts, bro, but I won't include it in this video because for some reason people just like to point it out and complain about it. Please remove the Kuna AI slot from the bottom corners. It's just Uma Musume, bro. Okay, I think those are all the questions from last video. If you have any more questions like that you want to ask, even if it's just about myself, I guess, you can just comment them down and I'll try to answer them. Here you wanna be waiting for when the boss spawns, because when the boss spawns, you wanna be setting him to placing the category and setting him to last, and then target boss, of course, because you wanna be following that boss as long as long as you can. And in terms of the buffs you wanna apply, so with the Smith, I mean, what am I calling it? I'll just call it Smith. With Smith, you wanna just keep giving the range buffs to your witches. Give SPA buffs to Sid and John Smith. Give damage buffs to Kaguya and SK. And SPA buffs to the Katakuris. And those are the only buffs you want to use. You don't want to use any masterworks because for some reason when you use a masterwork you have less damage than you do with just the normal one. It's just kind of crazy how bugged it is and the damage multiplier you can get. You can see here, just follow the boss and get him to the one upgrade before he's full AoE because you want to be just following. And here you'll see, I'm pretty sure I turned auto wave skip off. Because you want to have auto wave skip off for 2 waves. Did I do it in this one? I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think I did it like a lot of runs a day. I was just testing different things. Okay, I didn't do it. I think this run I might have went full auto on. Yeah, it seems like it. So just have your Kaguya set to bosses, and same with that one Katakuri following. And just keep placing your witch just like slightly left, just to keep SK from TPing to the Katakuris. And just keep domaining with Kaguya whenever you can. You know, look at this Sid, 3.8 SPA. Probably would be lower if, of course, Drowsy wasn't there. Can this strat be improved? I'm not sure. I don't think Sukuna will have a big impact on traits. I don't see who else you can replace because with the Smith being bugged how he is, he's kind of vital for this. Let's see, Kaguya is pretty much vital for Sid. Sid is vital for his nuke. The Witch, I guess you could replace her to Griffith, but you won't have full map coverage of resilience penetration. Just damage reduction penetration. So I don't think anyone else is replaceable in this team. There's no replacements. If they decide to fix the Smith, then you probably could replace him with just with Griffith of course, or a different buffer. Or even Alucard if you want. Just for the overall 20% from his wounded passive. And here be attentive to the next boss. You're gonna place your category for him, look. So make sure SK does not TP. Look, I made a mistake and had him TP over there. So place your SK just place a new unit before next to SK and then TP. Then he won't TP. And just have the other category that you just placed following the boss. See, you're just following that leak with Kaguya. You're gonna keep that one to first because he's gonna end up targeting the Gremmy that ends up getting closer. You'll see Gremmy's already next to that middle spot. And you want to keep SK here. You're probably wondering why, but it's because you want to overall just cut down a lot of the HPs of the enemies at the back. And just have Kaguya following to stall and have the Katakuris to stall as well. Place your third witch up front, you'll see. Just trying to find the right placement for her. Right there. Set to max upgrade and make sure to keep Skull Knight here, of course. And you see randomly the game bugs out and the witch just ends up flipping placing underneath the ground. See, the thing I forgot to do earlier, using my sword, the range buff on the witch that I placed earlier. So using the Smith's buff. Look, I don't think I did it now. When did I do it? I don't think I did it at all. I did it now, look, I remembered. Silver Spear. And look, SK ended up TPing there, which is what you don't want, Haru. So that's why you want to keep selling and replacing the witch here, just to keep SK over here. And that's why, look, it's taking a while for him to even come back here. And look, he came back eventually. On the next Sand domain, we're gonna Sid nuke, you'll see. So next one should be ice, if I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look, we use, okay, no, it's sand. Stop the swap on Sid. And use Kaguya nuke. And then wait until the damage comes up on his, okay, use the sword of course, silver sword on him. And you'll see his damage should be around like 370, 360k. Make sure he's there with buff, and boom, he should wipe out a lot of them. And here, you just move your SK slightly towards that category below you, you'll see. This category right here. You move your SK towards them just to clear out the mobs. And from here, you just have your stalling on the boss. So using your domains from Kaguya and just have the categories following. And you can see we're only at 3.4k now, but with how low these mobs are, SK should be able to clean them up and get a lot of kills. And this is the best way to do it. I've tried just stalling to the max and using the nuke at the end, but it does not do that well. So this is the way, is the best way. So you just stall as long as you can. You can turn off auto wave skip here, as I did now. And just stall as long as you can. And look, SK is just wiping the ones that are low. So SK is just kind of crazy. And here, before you die, you want to make sure you click yes at the top. Couldn't get any more domains in. And just click yes when I can. But before you hit space, click yes, and that's it. That's pretty much it for the strat. If you're new around here, like, subscribe, and yes, I'll see you in the next strat. Next strat should be on Thursday for trailers, so let's hope no one beats me to that video because 1 AM reset is kind of crazy. So yeah, somehow the lag just made the game just last so much longer, but that's pretty much it. See you in the next one, and have a great day.